Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and the single most detrimental, damaging, widespread consequences outside of our community thing that could actually, realistically destroy Magic the Gathering permanently just happened. This is not sensationalist clickbait, okay? People have been saying, oh, this is death of Magic, oh, Mark's gonna kill Magic. No, okay? Stupid decisions when you make this many of them in this close of a sequence and have Hasbro just treating you like a piggy bank. Yeah, okay, that's going to kill Magic, but this is like a whole other level because this could do it very quickly. So what happened? Well, first we got to start at the beginning here. If you didn't see my other video about the third quarter, I believe it was, the last financial statement from Hasbro, where they tried their best to try and cover for themselves, but people just weren't buying it. And year to date, I think 42% is what their stock dropped, which is multiple billions of dollars. Yeah, Hasbro's in trouble, and they're saying, don't worry, next quarter will be good. Which, yeah, that's why they rushed out the Magic 30 and made it $1,000. It was probably going to be $100. Or some kind of promotional holiday thing where it's like $30. It was not 1,000. 1,000 is let's see if these idiots buy this. That's what that price is. That's emergency, oh my gosh, our stock price is dropping, do something. So if you didn't see that video, go watch it if you want the full explanation. Otherwise, I could sum it up with, yeah, the quarterlies were really bad, and a lot of people saw it and pulled their funds. Sold off the stock, real simple. They've been kind of dying all year because they've been, looking pretty bad, but the last one they looked really bad. So what happened now, the news story, is that Bank of America downgraded their rating of Hasbro stock 2 full steps. So it was rated buy, which means, go buy this, it's good. I can't imagine how it even was at that. To underperform, which like I said is 2 layers lower. Now, it's just one place's opinion, and Bank of America is awful, but usually when one rates a stock lower, everybody rates it lower. I don't know who else is out there rating stocks, but Bank of America has a pretty sizable portfolio of investments, so if they call it bad and they're no longer recommending it to their customers, yikes. So we're going to see the stock tumble even more. So Hasbro gets, I think, around 75% of their money, depending upon how you consider your money, profitability, net income, value, long-term, real estate. Okay, but basically income-wise profits, it's around 75% of the money comes from Magic the Gathering. Nothing else they're doing is making money, pretty much. And now, as of the last quarterly, Magic's not making any money either. Wizards of the Coast is not making money, I should say. Their quarter 3 to quarter 3 in 1 year, just devastatingly bad. That's why they're pulling out the $1,000 products that, let's be honest, were probably actually going to be like $100 or $30, some kind of Christmas promotion. Just let's do a nice thing, kind of like a secret lair, maybe $50 for 4, just saying. But they're like, no, we got to do something now. That product was never going to be $1,000. The secret lair was rushed. I am telling you, that is not what they were going to do. So I don't know if somebody at Bank of America is like a Magic player or follows WOTC, but this is abnormally accurate, the statements that they made. It's not just quarterlies look bad, number look bad, and then the whole article is basically written by an AI, You can have a dang Excel spreadsheet spit out the article half the time for these, oh, this went down, we destroyed the rating, here's why, number go down, here's a graph, bye. No, this went hard. They are making statements about why they dropped it, and it's going to blow your mind. But I will warn you, this could be catastrophically bad for Magic the Gathering. But hey, it either burns out slowly with their actions lately, or they can just accelerate it into the ground and then hopefully do something really quickly to bring it back. Like sell it, restructure, go bankrupt, spin it off, whatever. Hasbro's board can all get in a bus and drive it off a cliff for all I give a shit. They're behind this, it's entirely their fault, and they play favorites, they're unqualified for their jobs, and they're in charge of $10 billion. It just makes me sick that people this undeserving and this careless and this stupid and greedy can drive a game I care about this far into the gutter and risk destroying it. Unbelievable greed, unbelievable nepotism. I hate them so much. So I might seem a little happy that finally the truth is coming out, even though it's probably going to destroy my channel, destroy the game. Oh well, they deserve it. I'm just cold like that. And also, somebody could scoop this up. I just hope it's not a vulture company that'll just burn it out twice as quick as what they're doing, because that's usually what you get. There's very few times where somebody's like, I'm going to scoop up this failing business and I'm going to turn it into, a 5 to 10 year long-term slow growth plan, because it's not going to happen. Why would you do that when you can get fast returns? What they do is they just burn it to the ground. You look at Circuit City and how they sold their name to Systemax Group, and it's a whole thing. The vultures came in, lowballed it, said, let's do this, and that was it. I mean, same with like Sears. What happened with them? Nobody thought, let's turn that around. Now, some fast food chains people turned it around, but that ain't in 2022, you know what I mean? So I've already moved on to who's going to buy Magic the Gathering, WOTC, individual brands, individual trademarks, because that is what's going to happen. I can't see anything other than Hasbro coming in, taking it seriously, having half their board leave at the request of the stockholders, and then clean house and fix it. Have somebody who actually knows card games and knows business and knows what's gone wrong to come in and do something about it and lower the power level, rotate twice a year, just do what needs to be done. Fire all the woke idiots who are ruining D&D, lower the price of this D&D 1 trash. It's just, you have to do this. They've been in short-term gain, long-term who cares crash and burn mode for so long, you gotta come in and make drastic changes. So that's the future, okay? I just, something needs to be done or it's gonna crash and burn. It's that simple. But in the next 2 years, so is the economy, so good luck surviving that. If you thought COVID and even 2008 were rough, overpriced luxury crap during the next 2 years. Good luck. So after this announcement, Hasbro stock, maybe as a direct effect, maybe not, has dropped another 5.2%. And that's just in pre-market trading. Markets aren't even open yet when this article I'm looking at was written. Do I need to mention that 5% of a couple billion is a lot? So Bank of America issued a deep dive on Hasbro's Magic the Gathering trading card game business. So like I said, this is like the opposite of, Amazon went down because they missed their projections. No. Bank of America wrote a Magic the Gathering article, okay? That's what happened. So let's read some statements that Bank of America made in their little article, their little deep dive here. Hasbro is trying to squeeze extra money out of Magic the Gathering fans in the short term. Yeah. So it's actually somebody named Jason Haas who downgraded the stock. Not sure if he just pulled the trigger or if he's the one who was like, nah, I'm done with this. He is an analyst. Here's the funny thing. He slashed his price target to $42 from $73 where it was before. Guess what Hasbro stock is right now? $58.42, so that means we've got more room to fall, and actually this morning it was $56. So this Jason guy personally stated, the primary concern is that Hasbro has been overproducing Magic cards, which has propped up Hasbro's recent results, but is destroying the long-term value of the brand. Yes, Jason, wherever you are, I will hug you. Virtual hug, shout out. Come watch a Packer game at the bar with me, I'll buy you a dozen wings, let's go. I've been saying this for years. People are finally starting to wake up to it, but yeah, they're not heading in a good direction. It always was Hasbro. It always was Chris Cox's fault. Publicly traded companies, guys, bad idea. Never do it. Never make a deal with the devil. And that's exactly what it is. Now, he said something odd. He said, here's a note to the clients who are thinking about investing in this. Magic the Gathering is a trading card business that accounts for about 15% of Hasbro's revenue and 35% of its EBITDA or whatever. It's an acronym. It stands for like something. Look, I used to care. It's a combination 50-50 of both. Yeah, I don't know whose ass he pulled those numbers out of, but it's higher than that. It's way higher. I can't imagine how it's 15%. Maybe I'm looking at net profits versus like net revenue or gross revenue. I don't know. Well, I mean, he said revenue. He didn't say net profit, so maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. Whatever it is, all of Hasbro is propped up on Magic the Gathering specifically, not even D&D, not even just WotC, just Magic the Gathering, okay? I've seen the numbers. I don't know where he's getting those, but also neither one of us is making, oh no, he is. I'm not making investment advice, so don't, listen to me. I just realized this is literally his job. So, I mean, he explained the toy company has tried to capitalize on that demand for, post-pandemic stuff by upping the number of new releases and production volumes. But, players are getting increasingly turned off to new releases amid unwelcome changes from the company. If you don't know what 50 things they're talking about in that, vague generalized statement, then you need to sub to my channel. Because if you were watching it, you would know. So, yeah, I mean, he threw out statements like little care for how the brand will suffer long term. I mean, they're going hard. Players feel like they can't keep up with new releases. And then players have just migrated to running older stuff where they don't even need to buy any of the newer stuff. Yeah, all true. Hit the nail on the head. I'm shocked because these stupid finance people don't usually know anything about the game or how it works or what the community wants, or they just look at numbers and they talk to the heads of companies. They don't know what's up. This guy must like play Magic or something, or have talked to the right person. Maybe my information from that other company that I won't name got back to him. I think at this point, the Foxy boys, we'll call them, they learned their lesson. They didn't listen to me, and they learned their lesson. So, look, they were nice enough to talk to me on a live chat for a while and hear what I had to say. They just didn't take action on it, didn't take it seriously. So, they're nice enough to do that. I'm not going to, kick them while they're down any harder. I just, I'll take a little victory lap and say I was right and they were wrong. But only one of us is playing with millions and millions of dollars in the market. And it's not me. Look, in theory, if I had a way of, on a recurring basis, ripping off casinos in a way that's legal and that they don't really care about at the end of the day, it only makes so much money, okay? I'm not in Foxy Boy territory. So he's even saying stuff that I didn't hear about. National retailers have cut the brand and like their orders and their inventory, or cut them completely. I know some, it was for other reasons, but recently some companies got rid of their products, period. It was more of a theft thing, but that's what they said on the surface. To say maybe they want to carry the rest of Hasbro's toys. They don't want to say, oh, we're getting rid of this because it's doing poorly. But it was. They couldn't get rid of it. And their prices were crap. And then Wizards was directly competing with them by selling on Amazon. Like, that is so unacceptable. So right now, they're either making cuts to the brand or are increasingly focused on moving old inventory that they still can't get rid of. So they're turning to like promotions on older stuff for a whole bunch of different products and trying to move enormous amounts of inventory that are just dead. And that's in the middle of everything ramping back up as we come out of the pandemic. Like, goods are flying off the shelves. So now Mr. Jason Haas also said that he is, quote, concerned by the company's decision to release a 30th anniversary set that includes 4 booster packs for $999. He said that is, quote, excessively high compared to a normal sets pack value of $5, which he's also wrong about. Where are they? I mean, I suppose some were selling them for $5, but come on, every store around me, $3.99 tops. Come on, what are they doing? God, that is like snarky to the point of almost sarcasm. Like, it's rhetorical on steroids. This guy is going hard on this company. So then he gets into like reserve list. Is it a true reprint? I don't need to retread that. You guys know about that. Basically, it comes back to, it doesn't matter. People are going to treat them as real cards, but maybe not for that price. Or maybe for that price. Or I should say, they won't even pick them up for that price. They'll just buy proxies, which is the sentiment I've been hearing. I don't know if you've heard that a couple times from the community. But basically, it comes down to, if you're not playing by Hasbro's rules anyway, you might as well pick these up. And honestly, everybody just expects them to price crash. Nobody's like, ooh, for $1,000, I'm going to rush out and get a $500 fake Lotus. Woo. No. People expect these to crash hard. And nobody wants to give Chinese counterfeiters money. Even no matter how bad WOTC is, nobody wants to be like, yeah, Chinese counterfeiting, okay? The Chinese are awful when it comes to that. Nobody wants to support that because it's almost as bad as sticking it to WOTC, okay? Now, they also reported that if you add up, I believe it's one of each card from the entire reserve list, you get about $250,000 in 2021. Now it's down to $150,000. Now, remember when I said eventually these overpriced, just stupid investors selling to other stupid investors while there's no true demand for the overwhelming majority of these cards because no new players are entering Legacy? Especially with 2 years of no tournaments? Come on. Then yeah, the floor is going to cut out, and it's going to be the next time there's any kind of economic disruption. And there was. And then people were buying them up to like hedge off inflation, but now that's cooling off. So if you want to see a drop, dude, 100K ain't even the start. The reserve list is dead. If you own the cards, sell them. Just take the loss now. They're not going back up. And really, this pretty much ends with, and Hasbro didn't respond to CNBC's request for comment. I am actually surprised that he didn't just full dump on him. Like, people have been complaining that it's the only ultra premium, biggest card game, top 10 in the world easy, probably still number 1, that has this many misprints and foils that still curl. He could have thrown that in. I mean, if you're going to throw him under the bus, do it. Like, I get it, he wanted to go into finance and wanted finance people to read it, but like, he went as hard as I think he thought he could. And kudos to him for doing it. So it's nice to see someone finally be realistic instead of, oh yeah, number went down, stock rating went down. Here's what they said in their quarterly report to defend themselves. Okay, bye. No, we need more deep dives. People got to know why it went down, what they're lying about. I would love to see him, with the amount of attention this is getting, write a follow-up article breaking down, like, page by page their financial report and say, well, this is misleading. This is not true. The whole timing thing, well, here's the other side of that. Bury them even harder, okay? We got to get the point across. And this, everybody in the community knows Magic's screwed right now. Nobody's stupid enough to think that it's healthy. But is that sentiment, is that information getting out to the investors and to the Wall Street people? No. And that is a problem. It needs to. The quicker there are consequences for bad actions on Hasbro and WOTC's managers' parts, the quicker there can be a corrective action. It's just that simple. And they've been, in my opinion, and this might be a little strong, but generally just like misleading / lying to their investors for this whole time, for the last couple of years. They've been saying, oh, we're great, we're fine, we're great. No, you were driving this brand off a cliff and you damn well knew it. So nothing was legally actionable. They didn't cook their books, provably. But man, was it dishonest. I mean, nobody's stupid enough to come out and say to their stockholders, yeah, we're doing terrible. We're making really stupid actions. Look at the state of the game. Look at how pissed off our customers are. Hey, look at the active user account graph on Arena. Look at that go down. Woo! But boy, were they telling misleading half-truths and half the story. And it's about time something happened after they did that quarter after quarter after quarter. So yeah, that stock's going to be in the 40s real quick. Can't wait to see it. So like I said, if you got any kind of Magic the Gathering related assets that are worth anything that you care about the value, sell them right now. You can rebuy them later. It's that simple. Just my personal opinion. None of this is investing advice once again. So hey, thanks for watching everybody. Go Packers, and I'll see you guys next time.